Hi, it's Wednesday, July 30th. We're not going to go too long tonight because we're doing another show tomorrow night immediately after 6 o'clock when the expiration of the trade deadline and just before the Lion game. So we'll go about 10 minutes tonight, enough to get our commercials in. A few words about the Lions and the Tigers, and that'll be it. Commercials first. If you're planning on hitting the road, oh, by the way, welcome. This is time. This is Time Out Overtime on the Time Out Overtime YouTube channel, live and direct from the Frank Beck Chevrolet Studio Annex. I'm Rick Arsenal. Sorry, haste makes waste, I guess. But anyway, if you haven't done so yet, get down there in the corner, smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you very much. Now we'll do the commercial. If you're planning on hitting the road this summer, you need to make your first stop Frank Beck Chevrolet. Let the Beck Service Pros make sure your vehicle is ready for any trip. Beck can check all the belts, hoses, electrical connections to make sure there are no surprises waiting. Get in there and let them check the brakes, tires, especially the cooling and air conditioning units. Have them top off all the fluids. And again, check the tires, as I said earlier, and there you go. You're ready to go. So whether your vacation plans are near or far, this great state of ours, a great country, make sure your vehicle can make that trip. Call the service department at 517-849-2886 to make your appointment, or stop by Frank Beck Chevrolet M99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville, or you can follow them on the web at frankbeckchevy.com. Get in there and experience the Frank Beck Chevrolet difference. So the gist of the whole thing is, if you're going on a trip, boy, summer's going right by, but if you're going to take a trip before school starts again, get in there and let them check everything. Make sure you're good to go. That's great advice. There is no better service department than Frank Beck Chevrolet. Chevrolet together, let's drive. Chevy Drive, Southern Michigan. And of course, Frank Beck Chevrolet is the number one Chevrolet dealer in the tri-state area. We're also brought to you in part by Barrett Insurance in Jonesville on the corner of M99 and US 12, 517-849-1000. That's BarrettINS.com. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. Downtown Jonesville on the corner of M99 and US 12, 517-849-1000. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. That's BarrettINS.com. All right. Quickly. NBA.com came out this morning with its power rankings. I don't have time to go through the whole thing, obviously, but I can tell you who the first four teams are in the Eastern Conference. That would be the Cavaliers, the Knicks, the Magic, and the Pistons. The Celtics and the Froggies, the Pacers, have fallen in those rankings. And so right now, according to NBA.com, Pistons, ranked number 4 in the NBA Eastern Conference power rankings. I don't know about you folks, but I pretty much had it with this weather. This is the worst summer. I'm not kidding. It's the worst summer I've ever had for my allergies. They've been absolutely bad. Bad. I understand probably the older you get, the worse it gets. It's never been this bad for me. I take medication that helps a little bit, but I've been absolutely miserable these past couple of months. Anyway, Tigers completed the sweep today. They won 4 in a row. They're 64-46. They're tied for the top seed in the American League again with the Blue Jays. I think the Blue Jays lost 4 in a row. They were reeling a little bit. In spite of everything, in spite of that historically bad 2-12 stretch the Tigers had the last couple of weeks, they're still 4th in the major leagues in run differential, which isn't bad considering how bad they were playing there for a couple of weeks. And it looks now as the train back on track again. It looks that way. They're starting to hit again. I don't think is it a coincidence, you think, when Andy Ibanez was gone? He was at Toledo, and Kerry Carpenter was on the IL for a couple of weeks. They both come back pretty much at the same time, and it looks like a completely different team again. Chris Paddock was good today, making his initial start for the Tigers. They acquired him a couple of days ago, or I think what their 14th ranked prospect. Paddock is 29. Look, if he pitches like he did today, fine. If you want to look at the Tiger rotation right now, who is the number 2 guy behind Scoop? I don't know. Then now the rotation for they have tomorrow off, and the rotation for Philly is Flaherty Friday, Skubal Saturday, and Melton on Sunday night baseball. Phillies, like pretty much everybody else, they've been up and down this year. What are they, 14 or 15 games over? Battling it out with the Mets for the top spot in the East. The East, which isn't very good. Braves, Marlins, Nationals, they're not good. Trade deadline. Almost 24 hours away. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I hate to say this. Chris Harris went out. Pardon me. And he acquired from the Twins starting pitching, Chris Paddock. That was necessitated by the injury to Reese Olson. They had to shut him down for the rest of the year. This bullpen definitely needs some help in the back end. And, I don't know. What I'm hearing is even relief pitchers are at a premium. By that, I mean the teams that are trading them are asking for the sun and the moon right now. It could change the closer you get to the deadline, but it's hard to envision Scott Harris trading any of his top prospects for a relief help. And sure, I'd like to see them get Eugenio Suarez too, but someone reported this morning there were still 4 teams in the mix: Cubs, Phillies, Mariners, and Tigers for Eugenio Suarez. Look, I'm not expecting Scott Harris to do much of anything between now and tomorrow at 6 o'clock. It wouldn't surprise me if he didn't do anything, nothing. Really, that's the impression I'm getting right now from what I'm hearing. You can keep up to date with all the latest on what's going on between now and tomorrow at 6 by going to MLB, all one word, MLBTradeRumors.com. That's MLBTradeRumors.com for all the latest between now and tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Anyway, it's Tigers have won 4 in a row. Jim Leland always said it's not really who you play when you're playing him. I think they caught the Diamondbacks at just the right time. I don't know. Will the Tigers make the playoffs? Sure they will. Will it be the number 1 seed? I don't know yet. It's hard to say. Maybe we can answer that. Better have a better answer tomorrow after 6 o'clock. Anyway, let's do this, and then we'll few things about the Lions here, and we'll shut it down. We wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for the help and assistance of Tim Lindley at Quality PC in downtown Hillsdale, 37 Walton Street, directly across the street from Fat Jack's Automotive, maybe 100 yards west of Howell Street, 517-610-5372. This is the only place you're going to go for any technical service in our area. Downtown Hillsdale, 37 Walton Street, Quality PC. Tim Lindley or one of his staff, certainly more than capable of resolving any technical issues you may have at all. Computers that were used, maybe flat screen TV, mounting setup, anything. Perhaps you're changing internet providers, you need that installed. Printers, newer used, anything at all. Get in there and see Tim or one of his staff. Like I said, they're more than capable of resolving any issues you have. 37 Walter Street, downtown Hillsdale, 517-610-5372. Or, like I said, get in there and see them and tell them Mickey sent you, will you? Thank you very much. A couple of things about the Lions. It looks now like the offensive line, the middle of that line, you'll see the second-year man, Christian Mahogany at left guard, the veteran Graham Glasgow at center, and the rookie Tate Ratledge at right guard. It's looking that way anyway. Keep in mind, too, Frank Ragnow, who's probably going to be an all-pro center when it's all said and done. Not all-pro, but Hall of Fame center, because he was that good. We're going to miss him, yeah, but his rookie season, he didn't play center his rookie season. He was at right guard, and I think that's where you see Tate Ratledge this year. I expect him to be the starting center next year. A couple of things. Sean Morton, the new offensive yesterday, he will be calling plays from upstairs. He won't be on the sideline. You won't see him. He'll be up in the press box or the booth upstairs calling plays down. Ben Johnson, of course, was on the sideline and very much a fixture down there. The camera was always on him. I'm sure they'll put the camera on Johnny Moe when he's up there in the booth from time to time, but you won't see him nearly as much as you did Ben Johnson. So you'll be calling plays from upstairs. And well, maybe that's a good thing. They also said you could see running backs Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery simultaneously in the backfield. That's something I don't think we've seen for a while. That's a very astute possibility. And anyway, Dan Campbell said tomorrow night, don't look for the first two draft picks, Tyleik Williams or Tate Ratledge to be playing. I think we'll see a lot of number 18 tomorrow night, unless I hope we do, Isaac Tesla. And the other rookie wide receiver, Dominic Lovett. I hope those two guys get a lot of playing time tomorrow night. Looking forward to seeing them. I'm looking forward to seeing the edge from Boise State, Ahmed Hassaning. I'm looking forward to seeing him tomorrow night. There are going to be a lot of guys in there. You won't know who these people are. You'll hear names that you're not familiar with. That's just the way it is. And remember, too, the Lions and the Chargers are the only two teams that play 4 preseason games this year. Everybody else plays 3. So, tomorrow night, Channel 10 or NBC at 8 o'clock, Mike Tirico and Chris Collins. It's good to have football back, isn't it? Of course, everybody will be focused tomorrow during the day on what happens with baseball. And like I said, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I just don't think Chris Harris and the Tigers are going to be doing much. And they went out a couple of days ago and acquired Paddock. Well, that was more a move out of necessity than it was anything else. So anyway, we'll see what happens, see what transpires. That's going to do it. I'll be on again tomorrow night, immediately after 6 o'clock. Regardless of what the Tigers do or don't do, we'll come on and do something between the trade deadline and the football game tomorrow night. So I'll talk to you all again tomorrow night. Of course, on Saturday morning, 9 to 10 here locally, WCSR 92.1 FM, Saturday morning from 9 to 10 with Andy on the Time Out Show. But so until tomorrow night, have yourselves a good rest of your evening. Remember, please treat each other with respect. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please tell your friends. We'll see you tomorrow night. Until then, have a good evening, and so long, everybody. Go Tigers.